Hello everyone, this is 102. Welcome to my stream. Well, my sleep schedule is a mess, but I decided to stream anyway, even though it's a bit late, because I really wanted to continue, at least for a little bit. By the way, Snowflake, thank you for signing in. It's nice to have you here. And yeah, I guess I will just press continue. I just woke up. So let's just say that I'm going to play this game completely immersed. I'm going to feel exactly as shitty as the protagonist today. Wonder what's gonna happen. So here I am, and it's fucking raining. Great.
Yes?
So what you got to say about this, Kim? I don't think Kim is going to help us review what happened the last time. He can only tell us about the case, information that he told us during the last stream. But he probably won't be able to give us like a review of what we did so far. So I'm just going to leave him alone. But it would be nice to know something about him specifically. Let's ask him.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Come on. We work better together if we have more reports. You're right, what's there to know about lame binocular? Come on, that's so rude. Come on, Lieutenant, open up a little.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses. What an icebreaker. You don't look like other people around here. Yeah, that's true.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolary state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière.
A point of pride to him.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with like your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course not, because you're mentally sane.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Or maybe it's just, you know, a normal person. So you say your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
So basically, he's the kind of guy who knows. He's the kind of guy in a party who always takes notes. That's the reason why I always ask him what's going on. Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
So, what should we do today? Should investigate the Union. I tried to investigate the commercial area, but you know, I kinda suffered a heart attack, and so I lost interest in it. I was supposed to inspect the victim's body. That's not gonna happen. I can pay for damages. I can investigate who made the call. But this might take some time. I was supposed to look for a rich person. Actually, I thought that the bookstore woman could be like an educated person, but you know, she's into the occult, so I guess not. She's not really educated. I don't know what to do. You, the guy, tell me.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
You seem like a person who's going to totally be useful to me.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
So what's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
It's the gem.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side, that's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
My man. I respect this guy.
Us lorry drivers, camionneurs, you still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
I'm curious. Let's try.
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing, flecks of brown and gold.
How familiar?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon.
Southwest. I remember that southwest there is the blocked bridge, so I can't really go there. That sucks.
Excuse me?
Ah,
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
hell, I get longing. I felt something similar since I woke up.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Diora.
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling?
I miss my gun. I miss my gun. I lost it. I miss someone, but I don't know who it is.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
What are you holding anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
You are perfectly aware that we are cops. Why are you telling me this?
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ah, there you go. You're under arrest. Oh no, I am also joking, by the way. Wicked, I always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
Is your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
The good old shit box. Always reliable. Full A6 you got
Good
there?
eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Could I get one of those fun tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Yeah,
Battery low.
you're right. Oh. My headset is dying. Great.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Nah, I think I will leave him alone for now. So far, asking people about dead people, about the corpse, is not really helping me. Nobody knows anything.
Don't be a stranger.
Especially because this fucking union is scaring anyone.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
That's how does it even stand? So weird. Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on gold. It's the king of the heaven, the powerful farce. No wonder everything went to shit. Nah, I would like to sleep on gold. Why
But
not?
wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Huh.
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
And what happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the
Some
monument?
years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That's brilliant.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either. Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
Yeah.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
You know what? I fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
Oh, and then they're spawning stuff off to that suspicious Roy guy.
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style.
I mean, I only pawned off like a postcard. But yeah, I guess. I've made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself.
Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? I am not going to answer that question to you.
Are you rich?
No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
The system is broken.
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this? Why are you so poor?
Are you looking for a specific answer? Is there like a correct answer to you? Do you want me to say that it's Garter? It's the fucking taxes, man.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Ah, so I gotta... I don't really understand how this internalization works. Maybe after finishing that one thought, maybe I can internalize another, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't know. How does this work? Is there a way for me to read somewhere? Is there a tutorial? -2 empathy. I don't need this. My empathy already sucks as it is. Oh, what is this? Money. Physical instrument. Okay, that's nice. Oh, so this is the strike.
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives this?
Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
Hey Kim, check this out.
A Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on, maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the Stars Ryko.
Nah, I don't think this is true. Someone painted it. Painted it, got Zimsk mad, boom, murder happened. And I don't think it relates to the murder.
An old case for my precinct. A couple of Zhimsk migrants saw a Stash Raiko stopped in the street, painted just like this, muddy brown. Murdered the driver on the spot.
What? What? Okay.
They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the banners of some old king or whatever. 5,000 came to protest.
Okay, so a murder happened. It's just not this murder. Okay, I'm an idiot. Oh, wait, what's this? Someone is writing. Oh, Snowflake. You unlock more slots leveling up instead of getting a skill point. Ah, for the internalized thoughts?
Correction, 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
What did they sentence the killers to?
4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Oh, I see. So, once I'm done researching them, they provide a buff. Okay, then I need to try. Kim, could our hanged man have been the driver of this car?
I tried to avoid drawing far-gone conclusions like this before actually examining the body. But my initial guess is the two are unrelated.
I see. Who are the Zims community?
People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that.
Okay, before we proceed, I got an opinion on this paint job.
Yes, detective?
I think it looks better brown and black.
Okay. I'm not going to honor kill anyone over this. But I've seen it blue and white. It's much better that way.
So let's internalize this one. It gives me -1 logic in the moment, I suppose, but I wanna see what kind of buff do I get from that. Let's try like this. Hello.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
So what's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Oh, yes. Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
What are these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
You are unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
I like how the game is describing him as the archetypical Chad, like perfect, lightly birded square wedge. What? I want to get into the arbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Absolutely nothing. Why so tense? They're both good. Absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
Okay, let's leave.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Learn capable possession raised to 5. Speed gives 1 PSI. 1 psyche. Do I want to become a magnesium-based life form? I mean, why not? And then there is this, -2 empathy. Nah, I don't want to have the debuff just yet. Maybe later.
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
That's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Ah, Measurehead.
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Haha.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
That's it. So you're saying it's actually quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation,
Ha, fat chance.
or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it.
Sure.
Another thing. Now let's talk to the guy. Alright. Hello.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
My body's unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the arbor. Just... I mean, this guy is probably with the on the side of the union, so he probably wouldn't care that I'm with the police. Let's size him up first. Let's see what kind of guy this guy is.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Alright. Alright, so... Do I puff out my chest and say, "Arr." Are you sure? Look, just let me in.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
Al Ghul?
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Ah, alcohol is alcohol. Okay. You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
The rest stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race.
Ah.
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Yes.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
Alright.
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Can you imagine the absurdity? A fancy name for what? For alcohol? Alcohol. Yeah, Al Ghul. For a moment, I thought, what is he talking about? Is he talking about some kind of entity, some kind of spirit? No, he just has a thick accent. That's it. Maybe I could use it in the future. You are under the influence of Al Ghul. Wouldn't that be absurd if I could just push him out of the way? It's like he's puffing his chest, it's like very strong, but then you push it out. He doesn't expect it because he's like, wait, somebody is actually pushing me? He's actually doing it? Remind me. Like, I warn you, I might just take off my pants and start fighting. Because this fucking pants gives me a debuff to savoir-faire. Like, I'm pretty sure that if I get into a physical confrontation with this guy, I die. Not because he's strong, but it's because I'm frail. Like, I just need a little slap to the face and this guy drops. That's the problem. You know what? I bet you don't expect this. I'm going to push you out of the way. Unsuccessfully, but I will try.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
I said push him, not punch him, you fucking idiot. That's a punch. I was expecting you to push him aside. You punched him into the stomach. Probably the least vulnerable part of his body. You really are an alcoholic. You just can't think right.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Simonese supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Okay. Alright. Let me think. Should I show him the mug? Wait. I can't check. I wanted to check. You said the Union, aren't they white? Alright, let's see. I mean, I can easily do a conceptualization check. And act racist to pass. But I am really, really tempted to show him the mug. I show him the mug.
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Put this into the trash lately?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
Alright, let's do this.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
What kind of different races are there?
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then, to you, he lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailorite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Well, Tell me about the Vile race.
I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You need to first learn about Tip A and B to appreciate the depravity of the chimeric races.
Chimeric races?
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it just won't make any sense.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Okay, tell me about Type A then.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun.
Battery critical.
The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Really now? Okay, I need to stop for a moment because my headset is actually dying. Hopefully nothing happens with the mic. Let's see.
Mic on. Mic feedback off. Charging battery.
I think it should work. Let me check OBS. Okay, the mic is working. And the desktop audio as well. Good. So the Maun, who are lactose intolerant, clearly something wrong with them, right?
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Wait, who exactly are the Maun?
You know them by the names of their nation states: the Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Mahun is a derogative term for First World people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
Wooden clogs though?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
Okay, so what are
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the Golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
This guy is making me so uncomfortable.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
And who are the Seminids and the Areopagites in this.
As proven by the mound and the mask, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Semenese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
What's the difference between them?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Semenese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Okay, Type B?
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. I've been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions. Oh my god. This is so messed up. Competitive racism, yes. This guy is like researching the meta. He's like making sure that he's up in his game always. Like seriously, I don't know what to say to him. I like to make jokes about stereotypes, but this guy is taking it so serious I can't laugh. I can't. I'm just worried. Okay.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al Ghul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato.
Okay, now that's too much. Alright. Potatoes are good. I'm not gonna accept that. I draw the line at potatoes. You don't insult my potatoes.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos.
And the Vacholiers?
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Two mixed to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Right, Soren? Right? Like, you know, being racist is one thing, but calling them political amoeba is like... It's like a very personal insult. It feels really personal. Like, ugh, you could do better.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. Or maybe it did. 82,000 years. Yeah, I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up, naive Chespius.
Mans took one look at the Balkans and came up with that. Ouch. Ouch. What was this revolution?
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaraz-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
Okay, now this guy is starting to remind me of this character from the Boondocks. For anyone who is unfamiliar with Boondocks, the Boondocks is an American cartoon made by Adult Swim about Afro-American people, which is supposed to be a bit satirical about their way of life and culture. And there is this one character called a pimp named Slickback. He speaks in the same way. He uses very technical, very intricate sounding words to express the most ignorant opinions imaginable. And this guy is the same. A prion disease. Do you even know what a prion is? I mean, it does cause holes in the brain, sure. But why are you using that as an example? Prion disease. Like, I can understand that, but no one in this area can understand what you're talking about, I think.
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoico to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of Tibet mediocrity. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Chimeric experiments.
Lesser races like the mosquito A grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring.
Ah,
The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
communism is a prion disease spread by potatoes. It's like all rhetoric and no substance to me. You're racist, it's not that deep.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile offspring?
You are right. You have misunderstood. You lack basic phylogenetic education.
Anymore?
Then there is the Seminokoiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Seminokoiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic site.
I mean, let's go in at this point. I mean, we boarded this train. Let's go all the way to the last stop, shall we?
The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Seminese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Seminese strength and great servility. This will never happen. The Seminese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. We will never know precisely. No Seminese man could maintain an erection in the suffocating potato stench of a Koiko woman, or Koika. But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type F. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
No, I think I asked you everything. So, can I go now?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Alright, how do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
This motherfucker just gave me homework. Alright. I guess I will do. Thank you very much.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
Yeah, I just wanna leave this guy alone now. Try not to be graded political amoeba. Yeah, that's like... That's the standard that anybody should try to make. Like, let's try to at least not be that bad. But it is challenging, I think. You need to think about how racist you can get. I mean, I could, but I don't think I should. Alright, entertain me some more. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to be? You are covered in them.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Mm-hmm.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You so you basically wrote a schematic on yourself. Okay.
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Oh no. Oh no, no. Are you sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata.
That atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
No, he doesn't feel insecure about his pseudo phrenologic flaws. Okay, enough racism for today. You wanna challenge the competitive racism on his physique? I mean, maybe it's not worth the effort, considering this guy went through the effort to actually draw a schematic of his phylogeny thingies, you know, whatever. But it would have been funny. Like, your ears are too big, and it's like, oh, don't look at my ears. That would have been funny.
Racists are generally
I'm gonna
The
try
drawings
again.
are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
Your earlobes are too big.
The size of the earlobes is not a real craniometric criteria. Everyone knows this.
Ah, so it doesn't count. It doesn't count. I see.
Your earlobes are flawless, Jean-Luc.
Yes. Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
Wow. You remind me of the kind of people who always need to have the last word in a conversation. Like, imagine saying goodbye to this guy. So, bye. Okay, see you later. I say see you later. Okay, bye. So, racism. -1 drama. Fooled by the absurdity. A mass of fantastic races swirls in your head. Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement. Koikos juggling potatoes. Eczema-ridden mounds grinning and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone is there, the whole race gang. plus some that you may have come up with yourself. The thieving subkits and the zeolite cast of fortunates hatching some kind of scheme. In the eye of this race Empyrean, a vertigo reaching up to the heavens, you sense something drawing nearer, nearer. By the way, you don't need to internalize it to get in. There are other ways. I mean, I wonder if I get some bonus out of this. With the power of racism. Oh, but... Oh, I see. But I got, like, a number of slots. The slots are limited, though. So maybe I want to... be sure about what I do. I don't know, I need to think about this. Fritti. Oh, magnesium. Jump Gems, a popular music mag. Ah, okay. Hello, guy. What's up?
Welcome to Rivachol.
Yeah, there's not enough slots for all the thoughts. You can unlearn a thought, but it permanently gets removed if you do. I see. So maybe what I can do is... I can pick some, and then if I notice that one is not really useful, I remove it in favor of a better one. Though I don't really know what they give me until I internalize them, so I guess I just need to try them out. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Let's see. Yeah, he is right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Yeah, but we just talked to a tall racist guy who told us about cranial perfection, so we are in a bad mood right now, sorry.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Well, I think we all learned something here. Ah, okay, but this one is a choice to actually support the lorryman. Alright, fucking A, Kim, I got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
The racist mug is going to become like the attorney pin of Ace Attorney. I'm going to show it to everyone. Look at this mag.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What are you holding?
No, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think.
Also, they grow apples in Grad.
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
They definitely don't grow apples there.
Yeah? Says who?
It's literally in the name, a zone of ecological catastrophe.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
Keep saying koikos.
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerates from Grad.
Okay, so it's an ethnic slur.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
So, can I see the apples?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
Is it something about the rights and privileges of a lorryman?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
It's a carter.
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches, before machines.
And it's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient, very prestigious.
So it's a kind of union.
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
Okay, what was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Oh, so you're just a racist, alright. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
Oh my goodness.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
I already made up my mind when I hear it.
Oh?
Sure, whatever. I really talk about something else.
Go right ahead. You may be a cop, but that won't help you avoid the calamity to come.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense something there, below. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
We're done for now.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Ooh, it's time to get some money.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Yeah. It's fun time. Fun time is a fun time. There you go.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint-Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What do these products do?
I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is I don't really know what hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising.
Thank you for explaining.
Uh-huh.
What is this?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
Ah, come on. +1 endurance. Oh. Yeah, why not?
Here you go.
What do you mean, what's that? You just bought it. Let's ask
What
Annie.
is what? A raincoat? You know, like the one you bought earlier?
Yeah, exactly.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
This is not a good place for a recording addict.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Pale aged vodka. I see. I don't think this lady knows anything. What time is it? I think I will end the stream at 3 p.m. So far we had a very illuminating discourse about races. And that's pretty much it, I think. And just in case, let's ask anyway.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
I approve of this. Very futuristic. Tap on the girls kissing.
She pops her raspberry-flavored bubblegum and nods. Her shoulders tense. She shuffles back only slightly. Bewilderment and repulsion root her in place.
Yeah, of course.
The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half smile.
My god.
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got...
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode.
I also want to know about
featured on
this.
page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Hmm. I am not looking good right now. Like, there's no way I'm going to use myself as an example. So he's the most stylish there. It can be anyone from here.
Benita. She's a model. Usually it's a model. Or a singer-songwriter. Or a model.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Alright, let's proceed.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Can you tell me about anything about this reality we're in? Like, what kind of question is that?
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
What about the physical reality then?
I don't know. What about it?
I mean, I already asked these questions. I don't think she's the right person to ask information about this.
Cool.
Thanks for the experience though. So, why so blunt? Like, just asking people about dead bodies. I don't think she knows anything. Let's just leave. Nothing to see here. Treatise, how idiomatic. What is this?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Oh, man from Heimdall. Heimdall.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
What kind of stickers did he see?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
And then again, really no No progress with the investigation so far. I didn't ask Gart about the gun. Let's ask him. Oh, that's a new person. It's all about money, you know? I mean, yes. Oh, I can enter here. You look ridiculous.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please, it's not funny.
Hello, sir.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Okay, I guess I will just leave.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
Yes. A mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing at the Whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
What's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably.
Wondering about it is, of course, exactly what he's been doing for 10 years.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
I see.
Yes?
About the money I owe?
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Yeah, that's... Actually, let's talk about something
Like
else.
what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Yeah, which you will never be able to see because it's 130 it's too much for now. Like I'm a dirt poor right now.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The door does not budge. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Okay. And that's another task for us.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
This is where the magic happens.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity?
Well, crimes against myself anyway.
I have no idea what that means.
I love fucking out with this guy. He's so funny. Kim is one of the funniest straight men I've ever seen. So what about this?
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Oh, okay.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
I can do it. What about this door? It's locked.
The door is closed.
Let's knock.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Swallow the emotion.
door is closed.
Anything else before we wrap this up? Let me think. Nah, I think I will call this a day. That's enough for today. And what an adventure to have when you're sleep deprived. Today we made new friends. And we learned a lot of interesting things about human paraphysiology and cranial symmetry and stuff like that. Really interesting. So, I think we can end the stream here. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for anyone who kept me company during this stream. And yeah, if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to leave a like and all that stuff, you know. Comments are always appreciated if you have some. And yeah, next stream is going to be... Actually, I didn't decide that yet. I still have to work on my next week's schedule. But I think I'm going to change some days, probably. But I'm still looking forward to stream pretty often. Though in a few weeks there will be a Christmas break. During the Christmas break I will actually stop streaming for a while, because I won't be able to access my computer, so basically it won't be possible for me to do anything. I will be celebrating my Christmas with family, so I will be too busy. And yeah, so there will be a very long break during Christmas, and I will be back on January, but maybe that's too soon to talk about it. I'm going to stream next week for maybe 3 days, but I didn't decide which days I want to stream yet, so we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.